In 2025, the fastest growing SaaS companies are prosumer SaaS products. Tools like Notion, Canva, or Loom that feel like consumer apps but scale like enterprise software. And all of them run on a product-led growth model. But here's the catch. Most of the B2B marketing playbooks don't actually work in PLG. Analyst reports they influence executives, but they don't spark individual adoption. Paid ads, they create reach but rarely reach the level of trust you need for someone to actually test your product. Outbound campaigns, they interrupt, and PLG is all about voluntary pull. So if your growth depends on individuals finding, discovering, and testing your products, you need to be present on where they're actually learning. And that's not in an inbox or a Gartner report. It's in the feed of LinkedIn thought leaders, Substack writers, and YouTube educators. In other words, B2B influencers have become the new distribution channel for PLG SaaS. Let's break this down. Traditional enterprise SaaS could rely on big reports, outbound sales, and conferences because adoption started at the top. A CIO or a VP of IT made the decision, and the tool rolled down to employees. But PLG flips that. Adoption starts at the bottom with one person. That means the question isn't, how do we convince leadership? The question is, how do we get individual professionals to try the product in the first place? And this is exactly why B2B motions underperform. Analyst reports speak to executives, but not doers. Paid ads may grab attention, but they rarely build credibility, especially to make someone trust a new workflow. And outbound emails just genuinely feel intrusive. While PLG adoption depends on voluntary discovery, the distribution model has changed, which means that the marketing model has to change too. So here's how adoption actually happens in PLG. Step 1 is that someone sees a workflow explained by a creator that they trust. Maybe it's a YouTube video about Notion templates or a LinkedIn post about running sprints in Figma. The step 2 is that they will try the products themselves and they will get a small win. And then step 3 is that they're going to invite their teammates. They're going to be like, wow, I just discovered this really cool new product. And now the collaboration will multiply the value. So step 4, as usage spreads, leadership will step in and say, okay, let's make this official. And the company will convert into an enterprise customer. So this is the loop. One individual, one team, and now one company. And influencers are the catalyst of step 1. Without them, discovery is so much slower, it's more random and harder to scale. So let's define this clearly. Who counts as a B2B influencer in 2025? These aren't lifestyle Instagrammers or TikTok comedians. A B2B influencer is a practitioner, an educator, or a thought leader who shares content that professionals use in their everyday work. On LinkedIn, that can be an operator posting frameworks on SaaS go-to-market strategies. On Substack, it could be a writer breaking down AI use cases for marketing teams. And on YouTube, it could be a creator teaching a step-by-step workflow with tools like Descript or Synthesia. A perfect example that I'm going to show you here is Ruben Hassid, a creator who has built authority in the AI and marketing space. He partnered with Synthesia himself to showcase real-world use cases. Instead of just promoting the product, he demonstrated how marketing teams can integrate AI-generated videos. That kind of content not only educates, but actually lowers the barrier for professionals to try it themselves. What makes creators like Ruben influential isn't just his follower count, it's credibility. These are creators who actually built, tested, or used the workflow that they're talking about. Their audience trusts them because their content is grounded in expertise and not promotion. And more importantly, their audience aren't just fans. They're professionals, they're designers, they're marketers, they're engineers, they're founders, the exact people who can try a product today and bring it into their team tomorrow and scale it across the company in the next quarter. So this is what makes B2B influencers uniquely so powerful, especially for PLG SaaS. They bridge the gap between individual curiosity and enterprise adoption. So here's the bottom line. Prosumer SaaS succeeds when individuals discover and adopt tools. Then they spread them through teams, leading to enterprise scales. That's the PLG loop. And in 2025, B2B creators are the spark that ignites it. But how do you find the right creators? That's exactly what Favicon does. It's one of the only tools made for B2B SaaS campaigns. Favicon analyzes LinkedIn, Substack, and YouTube influencers to show them by their credibility, industry expertise, and professional audience reach. We're going to break this down more in our latest article, which you can find linked in the description. And if you found this breakdown useful, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives on SaaS go-to-market strategies. And leave a comment with what challenges you're facing in influencer marketing. And share this with your team if you think they'll benefit. I'll see you guys in the next video.